Dirt bikes have eclipsed the $10,000 mark, but do you really need to spend that much money, especially on your first dirt bike? Well, first you need to ask yourself, how much money can you actually afford? I highly recommend not taking out a loan on a dirt bike, especially if this is your first one. It's going to get scratched up. You may find that you don't like the model you bought even though you thought you would. So it's usually best to start out on a used bike, not only because it's cheaper, but because you may want to upgrade a couple years later anyway. So let's say you have $5,000 to spend. Well, there are a few bikes that you can buy brand new that are adult size in that $4,500 to $5,000 range, but is that really smart to use all of your budget on just the bike alone? Well, you also have to factor in gear, riding gear, equipment that you need to get started. Or if you're buying used, then you definitely want to stay well below that $5,000 mark because it may need some maintenance, it may need some repairs, a few $100s to get it running again in tip-top shape. I'm having a really hard time telling you how much exactly you should spend on your first dirt bike, but generally less is better. That doesn't mean you should go out and buy the cheapest dirt bike you can find, but if you're starting out on one that's more affordable, one that's easier to maintain, so a trail bike, you're going to be able to ride more and have more money to use on gas and tools and riding gear. And one of the benefits of buying a used bike is that you probably won't lose much money when you go to resell it again, as long as it's in the same condition. Whereas you buy a brand new dirt bike, you're most likely going to lose a lot of resale value immediately after you buy it off of the showroom floor. So if you just spent $8,000 on a brand new bike, it's probably going to be worth $7,000 tomorrow. But if this is your first dirt bike, you might be intimidated buying a used dirt bike because you don't know what to look for and you don't know whether it's going to need a rebuild or not, because people, they hide stuff or maybe they don't even know. So that's why you need to check out my video here on knowing what to look for so that you know it's not going to need a rebuild right when you buy it, which can cost hundreds or thousands of dollars, which you just spent on the bike. This is Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more, so that you can stay safe and have fun for many years to come on a budget.